Good morning. Think in our previous session we were dealing with testing layers, okay, testing playbooks, right? So, but and one more thing also tags, okay, right. Anyway, let me repeat these two topics again, okay. Testing as well as playbooks, testing and tags, okay. So, what do you mean by testing? It's like testing means it's a dry run, okay. So, dry run. That means just test it. Okay. Once we have a playbook ready, we need to test the playbook. That means what kind of actions it's going to perform on the client machine. Okay. But the action is not going to be performed. It just gives you an idea what is going to happen on the client machine. Just only that. That's why we call it dry run. Okay. Or else we can call it no. Okay. So what is this nopes is in Puppet we call it nopes. That means no operations. Okay. Right. So it is nothing but it's a dry run. Okay. So it means no operations is going to take place on the client system. Okay. So first we have once we have the playbook ready. Once we have a playbook ready, then just do a dry run. But how do we do that? With the help of syntaxes, syntax hyphen check. For example, Ansible, just playbook name, Ansible playbook name, yeah, and then okay, so it is 1 second, sorry, yeah, so playbook name and then hyphen syntax check. So it checks syntaxes. But what if you want to run it? See, running means it's go for if you want to go for a dry run, then instead of this, instead of checking the syntax, go for hyphen check. Now this time the playbook will be in dry run mode. Playbook will be in dry run mode. So actual playbook won't be run actually. So playbook will be in dry run mode. Okay. So let me Ansible home directory. So this is Ansible home directory. Okay. And previously we were dealing with service so and so. I think yes. Okay. Vi service http.yaml. Okay. So we are dealing this playbook, right? Okay. So what is the use of this playbook? So we are performing few tasks, installing HTTP, then copy a file, and then restart HTTPD service. Okay, we've seen this now. So let me run this first. Let me check the syntax first. Syntax was Ansible. It's the same. Everything is same, and the playbook name is. But at the end, check for hyphen syntax. Hyphen syntax hyphen check. Okay. Now it checks syntaxes. Are there any syntax issues? There are no syntax issues. Okay. Right. So if you want, you can do some syntax errors here. Just remove a space. Now check for the syntax issues. Now look at here. We have a syntax error. Okay. At so and so location line. So that's why indents are very important. Okay. Now the syntax is okay now. So and now let me go for hyphen check. So what it does, it runs it. Okay. But it is a dry run. Okay. So it says, oh, we don't have any agents, right? Okay, let me start some agents now. Okay. So in the meanwhile, let's talk about tags. Okay. Now, so what is tags? What do you mean by tagging? That means just running that particular task. Okay. So far we have been running the task, all the tasks within a playbook, right? So we are running all the tasks within a playbook. Let me take an example here. So whenever you run this, okay. So whenever you run this playbook, what happens? How many tasks we have? Firstly, this is the first task, and this is the second task, and this is the third task. Okay, we have three tasks in here. Okay, now, so whenever you run this playbook, all these three tasks will be run. That means the entire playbook will be run. But instead, okay, instead, what my requirement is that I want to run only this particular first task. I don't want to run other tasks. I want to run only particular task. Okay, how is it possible? With the help of tags. So what does it mean is every task I'm going to tag. I'm going to tag every task. Okay. So and whenever you run the playbook with the help of the tag. Okay. Right. So we'll see that in a minute. Where is it running? Yeah. So let me check the IP address of the client machine. It's 204. But in our playbook, so what are the IP addresses it's looking for? 299, 199, and then 200. So these two IP addresses are not existing. So where do we need to mention that? What is our host group? New production. That's our host group, right? Okay. So where can we change that? What is the file? Host file, yeah. Okay. So what is our group name? New prod, right? New prod. So in this new prod group, how many agents we have? Two. So let me add one more. It's 204. Okay. So Ansible playbook service HTTP YAML and then hyphen check. So everything is unreachable. Permission denied. Failed to connect to host via RSA host permission public key. So we need to add the key. Okay, let me add the key. SSH hyphen keygen. Enter. Yes. Yes. and then yes. Okay, right. So how do we add it? SSH. How do we add it? SSH. Copy hyphen I ID. Yeah, sorry, ID hyphen I, and then username, and then IP. Okay, 204 204. Yeah, and then SSH hyphen add. So it is added. So now let's run it again. Ansible playbook service. So now it is okay. Okay. So actually here it says that so these things are being copied and this is restarted. So first is it is first it is installed and second is copied and next is started. But actually these won't be restarted or these won't be copied. So it's only dry run just to check it. Okay. So this is the command to check it. Okay. Now so let's look into the tags concept. So where is this? See, after end of every action within the task, okay, just use tags, the tags attribute, and then attribute name. Name is some service. Just say something. Okay. So do for every task. Do it for every task. So the indent should be this line, okay? The same name, copy, and then tags. Sorry, tags, and then something, some copy. Okay, and then we have one more task here again. Tags, tag name, some restart. Okay, now once you define these tags, what is the next part? Obviously we need to run the playbook, right? We need to run the playbook. So how do we run this playbook? Ansible hyphen playbook and then playbook name, some tags dot YAML. Okay, now here hyphen tags, the tag name is some service. Okay, the tag name is service. Okay, so what is this service? Yeah, so that's the first task, right? So that's our first task. That means here, see, everything is same. How we run the playbook is same, but here at the end, call a particular tag. Now, instead of executing all these tasks, only the particular task will be run. Only the service task will be run. So here, host section, and then so host section, I would like to change it to some new prod. Now here, so installing a task, tag name is, what is the tag name? Install, and second is copy. What's the tag name? What is the tag name here? Copy. Okay. And second we have start. So what is the task here? Starting HTTP service. Okay. And then we have stop some service. What kind of service I'm stopping here? HTTP service. Tags is stop. So here you can define the tags at this level or else in the same line itself. Okay, you can define it both ways. Now, what I would like to do is I would like to go with the last task. Okay, the tag is stop. Okay, okay, saved it right. Change it. Okay, fine. Ansible hyphen playbook tags dot yaml. Okay, and then comes hyphen tags stop. Okay, so something I think, yeah, look at here, there's a syntax error. Yeah. So if you look at here, you see that the space is missing. Again run it. So 204. Now look at here. Which task has been run? Only stop tag. Only this particular service. Okay, let me check the service HTTPD status. How it is stopped. Okay. So this way you can run the particular task. Instead of running all the tasks for this same client machine, you can run different tasks for different client machines. Okay. So this is one more use. Or else we have one more thing as well. Okay. See, for example, okay. Now, okay. Yeah. So in the playbook we have how many tags we had? We had 4 tags, right? What was the playbook name? Tags. So how many tags we have? Install. First is install. Second is copy, and then start and stop. Okay. So here, see, we are just running a tag, but there is also one more way. You can skip the task. Okay. My requirement is that I want to run all the first 3 tasks, but I don't want to run the last task. That means I want to skip the last task. Then how do we do? The same command, Ansible hyphen playbook, and then tags.yaml. Here comes hyphen skip hyphen tags or tag. So tags, okay, yeah, and then stop. What does it mean? So this tag will be skipped, other task will be run. Or else let me what is one more thing is install, right? We have install. Okay, I want to skip these 2 tasks. Okay, no, look at here, copy and start. So stop and install task have been skipped. Okay, right. Let's look into the handlers. See, so far in our examples, what we have been doing. Okay, so we are going with some order, right? So first install it and then copy a file. Once the file is copied, then restart some service. Okay, so we are going in a sequence. First install it. Okay, first install the service. Once the service is installed, we are copying a file, and once it is copying, we just starting the service. Okay, but my requirement is different now. See, instead of going, and one more thing is, see, are these tasks linked anywhere? Have they been linked? No, they are independent tasks, right? So they are nowhere related. Every task is independent, right? Now, for example, my requirement is that, so whenever I copy this file, the service has to be restarted. Service has to be restarted. That is what my requirement is. Can we achieve this? Can we achieve this with the same playbook? Can we do that? That means I want to link this task with one more task, the second task. Can we achieve this? As of now, we can't, right? So that means we need to run the a whole playbook. If you run the entire playbook, so the file will be copied and then it will be restarted. Okay, but what if the file is not copied? The file is already copied, right? If the file is already copied, if the file is already copied, do we need to restart it? No, my requirement is that only whenever the file is copied, I want to restart it. That is what my requirement. Okay, so let me. Here, once file is copied, once the file is copied, okay. Once the file is copied, then only then restart HTTPD service. That's what my requirement. That means these two tasks should be interlinked. Okay. If the copy is success, then restart. If the copy is failure, do we need to restart it? No. So if the file is not copied, why should we restart it? For example, I have an application. So I have some application. Okay. So in that application, I have some config files. So I want to copy some config files, latest config files to my client system on production system. Okay. Now, once the file is copied, then only restart the service. If the file is not copied, I don't want to restart it. That is waste of time. Okay. And moreover, that's waste of resources anyway. So that's what my requirement is. How can we do that? Okay. But as of now, can we do that? Can we link each and every task? No, we can't. We can't do that. But if you want to achieve such kind of activities, such kind of functionalities, then we go with handlers. Handlers. Okay. So what is a handler? Handler is nothing but handling a task. Okay, handling a task. Okay, to be simple, here copy is a task. Okay, copy is a task. Once it is copied, we need to handle that task. Okay, we need to handle the task and then restart HTTP service. Okay, clear? Now, so what I would like to do is, let me remove these tags. Now, look, just observe here what I'm doing. I'm notifying it. So what do you mean by notifying? So as I said, our requirement is the file is copied. Only when the file is copied, I want to restart the service. I want to restart the service. Okay, that means I need to know whether the file is copied or not. So we should be notified. Okay, we should be notified whether the file is copied or not. If it is copied, then only we need to restart the service. So that's why I'm using notify. I'm using notify. Notify and again give some name to the notifier, some name, okay, some notifier name, okay, and then now we have put a notifier, we have added notifier to the task, copy task, okay. Now obviously, see, so if something is notified, what we need to do, we need to handle that particular notifier, right? We need to handle the notifier. Then how do we handle it? With the help of handlers, handlers or handler. See, this is this handlers, okay. Handlers, sorry, handlers, okay, handlers, right? So handlers. Now name of the handler. So what is the name of the handler here? That should be copied. Or else let me change this. Restart HTTP. Restart HTTP. So if you observe, what is the notifier name? What is the notifier name? So restart HTTP. And what is the handler name? So restart HTTP. The notifier name, handler name should be the same. Why? Because we need to handle the notifier, right? We need to handle the notifier. So what the notifier has to do? So we need to define that within the handlers. We need to define that within the handlers. That's why here I am using handlers name restart HTTP. Okay. And then so here this, and then service, okay, some what kind of service, so name HTTPD status equals to restarted. Okay, right. Now handlers, let me check the syntax. Syntax, no issue with the syntax, fine. Fine. Okay. So what I'm doing in here, so in this playbook, first install HTTP service. So next is copy a file. So once the file is copied, once this file is copied, I need to handle, I need to notify that. So what does it mean? Whenever the file is copied, I want to restart HTTP service. Okay. So put a notifier on the particular task and then handle the notifier. Handle the notifier. So wherever it is needed, you can call this particular handlers. For example, I have one more task. Just say so here I am copying some config file. Okay. Now, so once this file is copied, what my requirement is that I want to restart. Okay, I want to restart. So how do we do? Notify and then call the handler, the same handler. Restart. Restart HTTP. Restart HTTP. Fine. So here I am using handler for two kinds of tasks. What are those tasks? The first is, okay, this is whenever I copy index.html file. Other one is whenever I copy a config file. Okay, in these two cases, the service will be restarted. Okay, so you can use that handler in multiple tasks. You can use that handler in multiple tasks. Okay. Okay. So here host section and the variable section, okay, and remote user root user. Now, so if you look at here, the first is I'm copying index.html file, right? Index.html file. I'm copying this file. Okay, and once it is copied, I'm restarting HTTPD service. That's why I put a notifier. Okay, and then obviously, see, if you are using that notifier means it is a handler. We should have defined handler first. Define the handlers. So with the help of handlers. Okay. Now, so how many tasks we have in this? Okay, forget about these two. Okay, let me remove this one. Now, so how many tasks we have? First is I'm copying a file. Okay, and the second task is what I'm doing in here, starting NTTP service. Look at here, the service here is NTPD service. It is not HTTP service, it is NTPD service. Okay, now, so I'm starting this service, and second is here restarting service. But is this service will be restarted every time? So will it be restarted every time? Will it be restarted every time? No, right? Why? Why no? Because it is under which section? Handler section. So whenever the file is copied, it notifies restart HTTPD, sorry, restart NTPD. But what is restart NTPD? That is a, what is that? That's a handler, right? That is our handler. Okay. So once I copy this file, then it has to be restarted. Okay, right. Now, so let me do this. So Ansible hyphen playbook unless handlers.yaml, no host matched. 204. So first copying index.html file. But is it copied? Is it copied? Yes or no? Yeah, no. Okay, right. Why it is not copied? See, that's in green color, right? What do you mean by green color? Yeah, no changes. That means it is not copied, right? And then, so what is the next task? So enable. That means I'm just running the Apache service, HTTPD service. But we have one more service, right? What is other service? NTPD service. Is the NTPD task has been run? Is it been restarted? No, right? So look at here. I'm copying a file, right? I'm copying a file. So once it is copied, then I'm restarting which service? NTPD service. But is it been restarted? Is it been restarted? You see the task here? No. That means it is not restarted. Why? The file is not copied. Okay. So let me cd slash where we already have the file. Let me remove that file. So I'll just remove this file. Okay. Now file is no more, right? So let me run this playbook again. Now, so this time is the service will be restarted? Yes, will be restarted because the file is going to be copied. Okay. That means handler is going to be executed. So it is changed. Look at here, it is changed. So once it is changed, what should happen? Restart NTPD. That is a handler, right? That is a handler. So is it a task? No, it's not a task. It is a handler. Okay, what is the purpose of handler? Whenever something is notified, the handler has to be restarted. Okay, so what is the notification here? Copy. Copy is a notification. So the file is copied and then it has been notified that the file has been copied. Restart NTPD service. Okay, so that is the purpose. Okay. So you can use multiple handlers or you can have multiple notifiers. You can do multiple times. No issues. Okay. So multiple place. So what is this multiple place? So that means if you look at this playbook, okay, if you look at this playbook here, okay, so in this playbook, how many target sections we have? Look at here. This is the first target section, and this is the second target section. So within a playbook, we can have multiple targets. Sorry, target sections. That means we can have multiple playbooks. This is a different playbook. This is a different playbook. So you can have multiple playbooks. Okay. So, but so far we have been writing just one simple playbook, right? So if you want, you can in one playbook you can have multiple playbooks. That is also possible. Okay. Now, so how do we do that? The same thing. Everything is same. But here, look at the task. Here I'm installing what kind of task? I'm installing MySQL server. I'm installing MySQL server. Okay. So how do we install it? Action yum name of the service and then status install. Okay. Now once it is installed, once I install the SQL server, what my next requirement is, I want to create a database of that on the MySQL engine. I want to create a database. Okay. So how do we do that? Now look at here. It is MySQL DB and DB name which you want to create. That means database name you want to create. State is present. So now the database will be created with a name called BOB data. So what is our database name? BOB data. That will be our database name. Okay. So you can also create databases as well. You can create the databases with the help of Ansible. Okay. And you can also delete users as well. You can delete the users of the database, or you can remove. Yeah, we can remove a database. You can remove some users. You can do all the tasks with the help of Ansible. Okay, so that is what I'm doing in the next section, next target section. Now, so here first I'm creating a database. I'm creating a database. Sorry, database user, not database, database user. So MySQL user, look at the attribute here, it is MySQL user. So but previously we are using MySQL DB. Okay, MySQL user, and the database name is some database name you want to create a user, and then username you want to create, the password for the user, state is present. Simple. Okay, and then if you want to delete a user, everything is same. MySQL DB, database name, user is so and so, state is absent. Okay, right? So like this, you can create some users, you can delete a user, you can create databases, you can perform all the tasks related to databases. Okay, right? Just try. If you want to install any database engines, you can go with this and see. If someone asks in the interviews, uh, so did you perform any different task by using Ansible? So you can say this: creating databases and deleting users, creating users. Okay, it comes under something indifferent. Okay, so this is something indifferent. Okay, right? So, and here then we have the actual, which is Ansible roles. So which is also a very important part. Now, so what is a purpose of a role? What is the purpose of a role? See, so far how many playbooks we have been running every time? Just one playbook, right? We have been running one playbook. But can we run multiple playbooks? Right? Of course you can run with the help of roles. With the help of roles. So what is the purpose of roles is, with the help of roles you can run multiple playbooks. Okay. Now, so first, but before that, we need to create roles first. We need to create roles. Okay. So what I mean by roles is that, so roles are useful to define, to run multiple playbooks. To be simple, roles are useful to define multiple playbooks. Now, first here in Ansible home directory, create a directory called roles directory. Just a plain directory. It is just a plain directory. Okay. Now, once you create it, okay. So create a directory called some roles directory. Okay, directory name is roles. How do you create it? Simple. Some roles. Okay, right. Once you do that, now we are in roles directory. Okay. Now, okay. Now, so we are in the roles directory, and then in here, just create a roles now. Create roles. Okay. How do we create roles? Ansible hyphen galaxy init, and then role name. So Apache 1. Okay. So what is the purpose of a galaxy is to create roles. Now here the role will be created. What is the role name? Apache 1. Okay. Apache 1 was created successfully. Okay. CD Apache 1. Okay. Now look at here. What is this actually? This is So what do you see here? Some handlers, okay, some task, right? Handlers, task. Now this is actually how we write the playbooks. Okay, so far we have been writing the playbooks in everything within the same playbook, right? So task in the same playbook, okay, and the tags in a playbook and handlers, everything. But actually, in real time, we don't do like this. We define the task within the task directory. Okay, handlers define the handlers within the handlers directory. Okay, clear? Okay. Now, so 1 second. Sorry. So within that, look at here. We have task section. Okay, cd task. Okay, so some main.yaml file which is already created. Task file for Apache 1. So in this directory we create the task. In this directory we create a task. Okay, so you can create different tasks. Okay, that means different YAML files. You can create different YAML files in this particular directory structure. Okay, so you can create so and so, but every task. Okay, so usually the best practice is every task, for every task create a different playbook. Okay, so as of now we have been writing all the tasks within a single playbook, right? But you can write all the tasks. So sorry, instead of writing all the tasks within a playbook, define different playbook for different tasks. So that will be easy for us in the future. If you want to edit some playbook, if you want to edit some task, you can edit it easily. So we'll see that anyway. Okay. If you go for handlers, in here we define the handlers. Okay. And cd defaults. We have one more directory called defaults directory. Okay. Okay. And what is that? What is this? 1 second. cd meta vi main.yaml. So in this, so what is this meta file, meta directory is? Here just you define your name of the author of the playbook. Okay, so what is our name? Just define, and the description usually here just define the name or your project name. Okay, and then description and the company. Okay, there is no use of this file actually, just to mention who is the author of this particular playbook or so and so. Okay, right? Now we know how to write the playbooks, how to run the playbooks, what is handlers, what is tags. We know all these concepts. Okay, now cd. So I want to write a task. Where do we write it? Which section? Task section, right? Look at here. We have these all. I define them. Okay, these are customized ones. Vi install.yaml. Okay. So what I'm doing in here, I'm starting. I'm updating actually. What I'm doing, install Apache. Okay, name is yum httpd. State is latest. What does it mean?
Install latest.
Yeah. So upgrade actually. It's not going to install. Actually, it is going to upgrade it. If it is already installed, it is going to upgrade. If it is not installed, it is going to reinstall it. Okay. Now, so we have some service.html file. Sorry, service.yaml file. Restarting some service. Okay. Now, so we have one more playbook which is vi configure.yaml. Okay. Now, So I'm copying a task, sorry, I'm copying a file, right? So once I copy it, what my requirement is, notifier. Okay, what do you mean by this notifier? As we have seen, we are notifying an handler. So once this file is copied, we are notifying an handler, right? So what is the handler name? What is the handler name? Restart Apache. That's a handler name, right? Okay. So I'm notifying that the file is copied. But to which handler I'm notifying? Restart Apache. That is our handler name. Okay. But where do we define this handler? We have a directory called handlers directory. Okay. So cd handlers. Okay. Right. So within this, here I have, what is the handler name? Restart Apache. Okay. And the service is so and so. Restart some service. Okay. Or else you can also do this. So we have this in within that main.yaml file, right? Let me move main.yaml to some restart Apache. Apache.yaml. Okay. Now, okay. Fine. Now we have task available, handlers available, everything is ready. What is the next part? I want to run that particular playbook. Sorry, run the role. Now, from now onwards, we are not going to run the playbooks. We are going to run the roles. Okay. So I'm in, what is my working directory? Ansible home directory. Okay. So here, create some files. Okay, create whatever the file you want. Create some text file. Okay. Create some text file. So text file name could be anything, but the extension should be YAML. Extension must be YAML. Okay, right. So how you start YAML file? We know this. Okay, task section, and then roles is Apache. What does it mean? Apache role will be run for a particular host. Okay, now, but if you want to run this for multiple nodes, then we know this. We mention the group name. Okay, new pro. But my requirement is that I want to run multiple playbooks, multiple roles actually. I want to run multiple roles. Then Apache 1. So just in this role section, you define multiple roles. That means the roles you want to run. Okay, number of roles you want to run, define them within the roles section. Okay, clear? So like this, you can run multiple playbooks, multiple roles actually. A role contains multiple playbooks. Role contains multiple playbooks, and then you can run multiple roles for one client or different clients. Okay, now save this. How do we run this? See, it's a YAML file, right? What is our file name? Site.yaml. how do you run a YAML file? How do you run a playbook? Yeah, playbook, and then playbook name. That's it. Now we are just running as a normal playbook, but the playbook contains roles. Playbook contains the roles. Okay. It's 204 unreachable. Is it so? It's 205. It's changed. Save this. And then run it. So if you look at here, the first is which role? Apache role. Okay, Apache role first. Okay, now there's some error. http.config file. The request restart Apache was not found either. Handlers list is not listening. Restart Apache. Okay, so there is something wrong with the handlers. So let's check what is going wrong. Okay, so what is our notify name? Restart Apache, right? Okay. Then go to handlers directory. Okay. Then so actually 1 second. Move main.yaml. Okay, I just want to rename that to back to main.yaml file. Okay. Okay. Again, yeah. Now run that again. Ansible playbook site.yaml. So it is success, right? It's success. But is Apache 1 has been run? Only Apache is running, right? Apache role has been running. But is Apache 1 role has been run? No, it is not. The reason is we don't have any playbooks, okay, within that Apache 1. Okay, right? So like that you can have multiple playbooks, okay, multiple roles actually. CD roles. Okay, you can have multiple playbooks. Sorry, multiple roles, and you can run all these playbooks. Sorry, all the roles from a YAML file. So, but before that, you need to create a roles directory first. So first step is create roles directory. Within that roles directory, you create your role first, and then once you create the role, go to the role and then define the task. And if you have any handlers, define the handlers as well. Okay. After that, how do we call the roles? Through a YAML file. Through a YAML file. Okay. Define the YAML file and then run the YAML file. And so the main purpose of roles is we can run multiple roles, multiple playbooks on different clients or the same client. Okay, clear? So this is the main requirement of main idea behind why do we need roles. Okay, right. So that's it for Ansible.